Hey, what is up, guys? The Russian Sniper back on the battlefield, playing some Battlefield 3. We're playing a bit of Rush on Sharky Peninsula. But as the title suggests, we are back with some Battlefield 3 news and features. Now, if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I've mentioned some new features in Battlefield 4. If you want to check that video out, it's in the description, actually in the video responses. So you can check that out if you want to and see a few more features about Battlefield 4. Now, we'll kick off with the sniper rifle, the 50 cal M8-2A3. Now, this sniper rifle you will find throughout the map. You just go ahead and pick it up. It doesn't matter what class you are, you can pick up the sniper rifle. It comes equipped with 30 bullets. Now, the 30 bullets, seeing that it's a 50 cal, it's a one-shot kill. It doesn't matter where you shoot him, it is going to be a one-shot kill. And it will actually shoot down helicopters. I have shot down a helicopter myself. It took about 5 or 6 shots. But you can shoot a helicopter with it, so that is a pretty cool little thing that you could do with it. And he has a nice little TV screen just on the left-hand side of it, so you really enjoy that once you get your hands on this bad boy of a sniper. And you can actually zero it too. Now, the next order of business would be suppression. I know a lot of us just really feel pissed off about the suppression in Battlefield 3, but what's really changing in Battlefield 4? Well, the suppressions have been tweaked a lot, it's been changed a lot, so check this out. You can actually choose specialization by going offensive or defensive. Now, the offensive one, level 1 would be sprint boost, increase your sprint speed. Level 2, you'd have an ammo boost, allows you to actually carry more magazine, more spare mags and everything for your weapons. Level 3, you'll have a grenade boost, allowing you to carry an extra grenade. And level 4 suppression is suppression resistance. You are less affected by suppression. Now, that's the offensive one. If you go defensive, level 1 you have suppression resistance, so basically you have at level 1 what you have a level 4 on the other one. Grenade boost to level 2, you have explosive resistance. You can carry a flak vest that makes you less that takes less damage from explosions. And level 4 you'd have a heal boost, makes the time between you take damage and heal regeneration faster, so you can actually heal a lot faster. So this is kind of what they're doing to the suppression levels. You can actually choose how things go and what you need to unlock and how you need to upgrade your stuff and which one you go for. Do you go for offensive or do you go for defensive? That's something that is going to make the difference on the battlefield. Now, there is a couple more guns on the map that you can find. You can find the M32 MGL, you can find that. You can find a couple more guns. They're just scattered across. It's a little box. You go up on the PC, you press R, and that's it. You picked it up. Regardless of what class you are, you can pick up them guns that you can find on the floor. Now, recon-wise, as I mentioned in the previous video, recon is back to what recon was back in the old days with C4, with all that good stuff that we actually remember from, let's say, Bad Company 2 was the last game that we had recon with everything. Now, recon will actually get the personal laser designator. It's basically a Soulflam, a mobile Soulflam that you don't have to deploy anywhere. You can just go ahead and lock stuff with it, and RPGs can lock to it, Javs can lock to it, all that sort of stuff. You can use it to get a lock on with. Now, the one thing that I'm really excited about having on the sniper class is the little motion sensors. Remember them from Bad Company 2? They're actually back in Battlefield 4, so that is pretty cool that you get to deploy them. The little mines, you throw them around, you know where your teammates are, you know where the enemy is, just throw one in there, give your team the heads up, and they know how to deal with the enemy. So that is pretty cool. There's a lot of new features that are coming out in Battlefield 4, and I'm really, really excited about these things. Really some cool stuff that are coming back. The suppression, the vehicles, and the vehicles, actually there's a funny thing that happened in the alpha, and I'm not sure if this is a little bug or it's something that it's going to be a feature. If it's going to be a feature, I'm kind of disappointed. If you put C4 on the vehicles and you try to get somewhere, the vehicle slowly loses health. So you actually take damage in the vehicle as you've put C4 into it. Are they trying to stop me putting some C4 onto a vehicle and crashing into people, crashing into tanks, crashing into the objectives? Or is that just a little bug? I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, in the alpha that was a feature that as soon as you put something on the vehicle and you try to hop in and you get somewhere, then you would get destroyed in, I think within about a minute or so. You wouldn't really get to wherever you were going just because of that. So yeah, that's a feature that I hope it's not actually going to happen in Battlefield 4. I just hope it was a little bug in the alpha and they haven't really tweaked it. Now, there's only a couple of months before Battlefield 4 beta is going to be out. Usually it's around September because they require another 3 or 4 weeks to be ironing out some bugs that no doubt we're going to find in the beta. Now, a couple of more things I have tested out and I don't want to forget is the actual defibrillators. You need to rub the defibrillators a little bit together before you can actually use them. I have zapped a couple of Wookiees with them and it does work, so you can actually get yourself a couple of kills with defibrillators. You can do the same thing with the repair tool and all that sort of stuff still works. A cool little feature is that if you get yourself into capturing a flag inside a building, usually there's a button on a wall somewhere that you can press it and close the shutters in that building. Now, some of the buildings do have shutters and you can restrict the enemy movement. So if somebody's trying to actually flank you, trying to shoot you in the back, you go ahead and shut the shutters and that's it. Bam, he's only got one way of coming at you. You're going to be waiting for him and taking him out, or this is going to be when arming MCOMs or anything like that. So that is pretty cool, and again, I'm looking forward to that feature. Now, a couple of more things that I've tested out, and bear in mind that this was in the alpha and things are due to change. A lot of them will change because apparently the alpha that we played, it's actually older than the alpha people at E3 played. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me, but oh well, we got to play it and it was pretty cool. Now, the one thing I want to mention before we end the video is the counter knife. Now, you can counter knife people now. You get to press 6. I've done this in the alpha. And it was not just from the front. I actually got somebody to stab me from the back. I pressed 6, which was my default for my knife, and I managed to counter him. I don't know if that was just a feature early on in the alpha, and then they've changed it a little bit. We're yet to see in the actual beta when it comes out in September. And the one last thing to mention just before we go, bolts are really cool now. They have 3 people on them, 2 on miniguns. You have the same miniguns that you have, like the ones you have in the transport heli. Plus, the main gunner can shoot regular bullets, and he can also shoot HE rounds, which are going to be high explosive rounds, shooting the shit out of people. So yeah, that's going to be a bit tricky getting that ready, not to be too much overpowered. So, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think by posting a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Out.